Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, everyone! Alright, hold on a second. Let me turn off this and exit out for a bit. Hello! Welcome back to some more Let's Play Mundaun. In the last episode, we double-checked the area around our grandfather's house, looking to see if anything else had transpired there during our time in the flashback. We discovered a single room that we hadn't walked in before. Well, a room that we could have accessed earlier and didn't. I forgot we had found another key. It turned out to lead to a cellar, and we found some more wood in it, but we didn't find anything else, to my recollection. We then explored our grandfather's study and found the key to the Muville, within a toy therein. We also found Lorian, I think is her name? The little girl sitting on the chair on the second floor of our house, waiting for us apparently when we were given the key from from Jeremias, the priest for the chapel that was defiled. She vanished when we left our grandfather's chapel, but she was waiting for us in the passenger seat of the Muville. When we actually left the garage, she reached down and turned on the radio as well. That's pretty amazing. A brave little girl. She knows what she's like, and she's going to listen to it while she kept us company. We took the Muville up the mountain after filling it with hay, which we apparently will want to unload up here. Some sort of offering or something to Walthers, who we're looking to make contact with, as he might have more information about what happened and the pact that was made between himself and, I take it, some of the other men from this village here in Switzerland that had been under attack during a war. On the way through one of the tunnels, we were stopped from going any further. The tunnel didn't exist. Instead, it was a painting drawn onto the wall in front of us that looked like the tunnel continued. When we exited the Muville and approached it, we were able to use the Dark Man's hand, or his influence, or whatever gift he had given us, to access the tunnel, opening it up. And when we walked in, we met him there. He was looking out over a ledge, and when we looked over it, he pushed us into it and over the cliff face, and we plummeted down, and we ended the video there. We're now on the other side of the tunnel, and Lurian? She is not with us any longer, as we can see. She has left. It is probably past her bedtime. And apparently, night has fallen, obviously, as well, now that we're up here. This is interesting to me, because it means we're probably going to be encountering more strawmen up ahead. Before we go any further, I want to quickly say that you guys, thank you very much for being so kind in the comments and for being very encouraging for this playlist. I very much enjoy reading your comments, and I'm glad you guys are liking this game. I love this game. I think it's fantastic. I want to actually respond to all your comments in-game, similar to how I've done with other games in the past during Halloween, like Pathologic last year. I will try to do so in the videos. I actually have written down the comments you guys left on the last two videos that I haven't responded to in depth. And so I want to respond to them, but I don't want to really delay the video to do so. So what we're going to do is, when we find a spot where I am exploring, and it's safe, and where we have some downtime, I will talk about your comments then. So probably that will be when we wake up in the morning and maybe it's safe to explore an area, or I'm running around because I'm second guessing where I'm supposed to go or things I can explore. I'll do so then, so as not to break the immersion. And with all that said, let's get back on the Muville and, I guess, head up the mountain. I am tempted to get out of the Muville and check every single nook and cranny on the mountain for logs or anything that might be useful. Oh, I don't know if I want to get close to haystacks now that it's dark outside. And I think we should probably try to at least deliver the hay and not turn this into Half-Life 2, Episode 2, where we're constantly getting out of the car every 100 meters to investigate something. That said, there are holes in the tunnel. I feel like we should explore them, but we'll keep going at the moment. Let's stick to the plan and deliver the hay. Oh my God! But we're gonna ram this thing a bunch. Did that kill it? Okay. We took a little bit of damage there, too. Maybe that was because we actually crashed into it. Oh. And there are more of them out here. Okay, that's where we're supposed to take the hay, I think. What did we just pick up?
Serpentini. Exposizione de malets novs.
So, in the last 2 videos, I wasn't talking at all when there was any dialogue happening on screen or narration. For this video, I will talk after it's done. And I will be comparing the videos I've uploaded to see which one of them, how I want to proceed onwards, since we did have a tie for voting as to how to handle this. So let's go ahead and read what we've just said. Serpentini, exhibition of new paintings. On the back it says, a wagon will fetch you. Be ready. Well, I think we bring the mule there. There's another one up ahead, too, I see. We'll leave the lights off. Maybe they won't detect me? Oh my God! Okay, strawmen are moving towards the building, and there's a headless goat running up the mountain. I don't know if I'm supposed to take the hay out of that, but I'm not going to do so, because the strawmen are coming. So we're gonna just follow the goat, and we have your head, sir and or ma'am. If you would be so kind as to oh my goodness, it's a good thing we got out of there. If you would be so kind as to stand still, I can give you your head. Or I can't. I can't. Oh! Okay. The hay got taken out of the building or our mule automatically. And the goat led us to a bench, so let's get this on our map. Oh my goodness, wow. This game's a lot bigger than I thought it was. I thought the area we were previously in, this area, was in fact the only area we'd be doing all our adventuring in, but we have a whole nother map, and it looks like it continues onward as well. I realize, little goat, that this is, like, perhaps, anybody's business, yours in particular, because you are just a body. But I'd like to thank you for risking your neck and heading up this side of the mountain, because it certainly saved us from being whacked with a haymaker down there. And I shouldn't be Tim, people are watching this because it's a horror game, and you're breaking the immersion with horrible puns. I'm sorry, everyone. Alright, let's get back to it. Where are you leading me? And I can't give you back your head, apparently. Oh. Perhaps a safer way to get to the beehive? Thank you. We'll take a look at that. And the path... There's also a path that goes down to the river here. But that's probably not where we're supposed to go. Can I really not give you your head? I cannot. I guess we would need some glue or something. Well, while we're here, why don't we investigate this structure? I don't hear any strongmen in it or by it. And it looks like the strongmen went back to their standard guard posts. We have a bathtub up here. That's an odd place for one. A clock to save our game. More matches. More honeypots, also empty.
Quels ruocs de mel en vits.
The honeypots remind me of these baskets that I used to get sticky rice in. I dated a girl, she's still a friend of mine, actually, her name was Liz, and she is from Laos, and her mother makes the most delicious sticky rice. Absolutely fantastic. It's like sweet. And the sticky rice is like rice, but, well, obviously sticky. You eat it in clumps, and you can dip it into various sauces and what have you. It's absolutely delicious. I love it. I haven't had it now in like 12 years. Man, absolutely delicious. Are these like spirits or demons or gremlins? They must be. This looks like the dark man due to his hat and the cloak he's wearing. A horned ogre or satyr, judging from the goat-like legs. Something whose head is twisted behind it. A jester? A juggler. Some strange pustules on its legs. Someone who can control the sun? Some sort of peasant riding a goat? And these look like the straw men, as what I've been calling them. I'm not sure if I should save the game because it makes a really ominous sound when I do so. I'm gonna pass on this save. We kind of did just get... Well, let's do it. Well, thank you for leaving me here. I'm assuming you'll be okay. I've seen a few real-life mountain trails that have things like this on them. Only there's only one board, not two. And oh my goodness, I can't believe people take them. I am very clumsy. I would totally fall off something like this and plummet to my death. I can't even walk without tripping on the straight sandy paths down here in New Jersey, let alone a mountain path with wooden boards. That'd be the end of me. Oh, you know? Hold on. We've seen this before. This symbol was in our bedroom. What does it mean, I wonder? Okay, at least 2 of these creatures. I don't see how we get past it, everyone. I think it'll notice me if I move off to the right. Let's test that theory. Yep. That's so fascinating to me, how the creature works. I wonder if they're not like good guys. They raise their hand, and it causes me to raise my hand. Like, if they raise their right arm, that's right, their left arm, and I raise my left arm in response to it. And then they know where I am. So, and I can't believe that the Dark Man would give us this gift of this hand and then create creatures to stop us from completing the tasks at hand. No pun intended there. So maybe these things are actually good, and they're trying to protect the people on the mountain. We've seen already that when we crossed the chapel's threshold, we brought the Dark Man with us, right, into the church. So maybe, for example, the painting of the road, the mountain, was done to protect the people up here from the Dark Man, and now we are bringing him up here after all. Okay, it looks like this thing turns towards us, turns to the right, and then turns to the north. I don't think I can kill it. Oh, there's another one right over there. I don't think I can kill it without all the other ones being alerted. We're seen. I'm gonna knock that one down. Oh crap, we're still being seen. Ah! I should investigate the bleeding from my backpack.
Ti eis alerta.
You are awake.
Ti has sight.
You must be thirsty.
Ja don't sicher dabei per ti.
Let me get you some water. We're perfectly fine with this? This strikes me as something that doesn't happen every day. Okay, we are near the water. I like to leave the goat head here, but I don't want one of these. There's one close by, that one. I want it going back to its normal patrol point, and there it goes. Okay. I don't know if you guys noticed, but when my hand was raised, it looked like the Dark Man's coloring on our hand began to be pulled away, as if it was actually shielding us. And then, when it was gone, we were suddenly covered in hay or straw. Hello. So you seem to be doing well.
Se sente sos meglio, mia cara.
Are you feeling better now, my dear?
Grazie.
Indeed. Thank you.
Giai, ti sa scincià?
Wait, you can talk?
Natural.
Sure. How?
Co. Ti esi una caura? Il chiao di una caura.
You're a goat. The head of a goat. I'm pretty impressed that the goat can make any sounds at all. Talking is not as strange as it making sounds. Like, it is strange that it can speak to us, but not as strange as a decapitated head's goat talking. Like, just making noises anyway.
Du sommeliers skos graflaio.
You do look a lot like him.
Chi.
Who?
Adundels omens. Tja fakwish kumai.
One of the men who did this to me.
Sai spreek out. This man na plaja.
I love the way the goat speaks. That is amazing. You need to be careful. I don't like how your hand looks.
Vide chi ricordi o te?
Who do I remind you of?
I'm vlida ko chelveve no. Unamida mezuman.
I forgot his name. A friend of my human.
Você está a far la poça e tornar me semi somber.
I need to rest now and recover from the dark dream.
Injum astuchatada.
Where did you find me?
Io hai un flauto e la caplotta stira.
I found you in the dark chapel.
Io lascio dormiella.
I'll let her rest.
Sto se calà parozza d'un flying leg.
I should also call it a day and find a bed.
Dier ma bain.
Sleep well. So, I'll talk about this really quick. I'm shocked that our protagonist here is concerned about getting sleep at this moment, since I'm more concerned about staying alive. We have these straw creatures out here that are obviously hostile to us, and we're more concerned about sleeping than finding a way to safely prevent them from, like, reaching us. Although I suppose in they're not actually, they're not walking very much. They're just looking back and forth for hostiles. So maybe our protagonist here just understands that he's safe at this point. And I guess the closest bed's gonna be in this house, who I don't know who he is. I don't know. I'm guessing they're no longer alive. However. Well, why would I assume that? Jeremias was alive. Our grandfather wasn't. Before we walk in the house, though, let's investigate what's a portrait. Not a portrait, I'm sorry, a stand for a canvas. The stand is facing outward, not this house. That's promising. Maybe this house won't come under attack. There's a log up on the landing there.
In per parts mewnken.
Some pieces are missing. Okay, so we need to find 2 more stone tiles. And then I'm guessing this door opens.
Gawen gine falla.
There's no handle. We didn't get a good look by the straw men. I'm going to make the assumption they're not there, though. Or maybe... Okay, that's... Oh my goodness, there's one of those scary trees again. But we were right next to it, and it didn't lash out at us. Okay. I thought this was some sort of, like, worm that would attack us in the last video, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, that's good to know. So we've got some wood. Looks like there's coffee inside. I don't see anyone else inside the house.
Qua è in maled Florina.
It's a painting of Florina. Why is there evil laughing with her? I didn't think she's supposed to be the bad guy. I think she's supposed to be the good guy. But that painting also looks rather frightening to me. I don't know. There's another one of these strange... it's not a painting. Stick formations? Here on the wall.
Ci appendeu si qua cao.
A back entrance to the house. Back door, that is. Hello? Someone has some food here.
Serpentini. Exposizione. Pittura moderna.
Serpentini. Exhibition of new paintings.
Casas per la pond. Domenica sarau.
House by the bridge.
Personal.
Closed on Sundays. Invitation only. Oh, look at that. The Dark Man's waiting down there for some reason. I don't think we can go to him. He must know we're here.
Jas regordel de qua codis. El tracta la leggenda di un prigionier e la montagna.
I remember this book. It's about the legend of a prisoner in the mountain.
Io croi che in Sicilia la valla giù scret quel.
I think someone from this valley wrote it. Sometimes it can be worth it to look at items in the inventory from different sides.
Il titel del codis, il prigionier e la montagna.
The book is called The Mountain Prisoner.
L'autor H.R. Serpentini.
The author's name is H.R. Serpentini.
El era in del soldai si la montagna en mia vision de l'uiara.
He was one of the soldiers on the mountaintop in my vision of the war.
Kurz enter che l'agiu scret quei roman ei ha spereus sin natura da manaivel dil pez Mundaun.
Shortly after writing this novel, H.R. vanished while hiking near the Mundaun summit.
In San Flau il manuscrit, in sia stanza de lavoro pubblicau il codice postum.
The manuscript was found in his study, and the book published posthumously. I'll leave that there. That looks like a good breakfast, as opposed to a good dinner. I'm assuming it'll still be here when we wake up, once we find a bed. What is this? Oh, this is the bed. Well, we just spent the night sleeping in someone's bed, in someone's house. We haven't met, and it didn't kill us, so that's good. I couldn't get out of bed once I was in it, so thankfully nothing bad happened. Good morning. Should we eat first, or do we go upstairs first? Before we eat, maybe we should meet the resident of the house. So let's go upstairs and say hello to whomever it may be. Oh my god! Let's not rotate that upside down. That's generally not a good thing. We'll leave that as the right side up star, not the pentagram star. I'm assuming this is Serpentini's house. He has his own backpack. Those look like human skulls over there, and a human arm. He apparently liked those images of the flaming demons we saw made of hay. Their faces when we first met our very first straw man. And here's a picture of him. Someone erased part of the bridge. Oh! And look at that! And part of the bridge is now missing, when it wasn't before. It is as I thought. I like this idea. So Serpentini has some special powers. Whatever he paints happens. Oh, I thought that was a hand. These are tubes of paint. We can take the rag. That's probably some sort of detergent, which can be used to do this. I think before we restore the painting, we should explore some of this area of the mountain. So we'll start with that. It'll give me a chance to talk to you guys about your comments from the last video as well. So, I saw enough stuff to make some coffee. So let's do that. So let's go ahead and make some coffee to start. And let's also take this and put that there. Alright, so let's grab the pot and head on out there. Alright, so I'm assuming, well, let's first make sure there's nothing hostile out here, Tim. Alright, looks safe. Alright, let's get some water. Alright, so Bruno mentioned in the last video that seems like someone really likes this game. And indeed, I very much like this game. I like the setting. I like the story so far. I like the characters in it. I like the language that's used. And I like the way the game is being portrayed to us. There's very little I dislike about this so far. I think it's great. I really like this. I especially like the setting. I lived a very sheltered life here in the swamps of New Jersey, here in America. And so when I am able to see something that other cultures have, I really like it. Or learning their lores or their legends, their fairy tales or folklore. All of it's so amazing to me. I love that crap. And so this game is incredible. And getting information from you guys about how and what is taking place here, like the pan we have. I believe, Bruno, you mentioned this is a, let's get the name right, a mocha pot, I think, or mocha pot. I think it's mocha is how you say it. That's pretty cool. Like, I've never seen coffee made this way before. I would not have even imagined it was possible, and that's an interesting head. That's kind of funny in a way of how we gave our friendly goat head water from another friendly goat head. Yeah, I very much like this game. I'm very pleased with this. This has been fantastic. I like the sneaking. I like the creatures. I like how unique their attacks are in the game. How it seems to be making us into one of them. I'm always a fan of stuff like that, like in Labyrinth, the junk people, when they were trying to make Sarah into one of them. I never noticed it as a kid, but I totally noticed it when I was older and I watched the movie again. I'm like, oh, that's so creepy that's happening. I love it. I love it. Robert Barron mentioned that the ending for the last video was rather nice. It ended at a real cliffhanger. As someone who really loves puns, I absolutely approve of that statement, sir. I award you all the internet points I possibly can give you. Alright, hold on. Let's go ahead and put the water there. Open up the oven. Grab one of our logs. Place it there. Take our coffee. Oh, okay, right. We don't... Oh, we do place the coffee. Like this. Shut the oven. Grab a teacup. And then wait for our coffee to get done. So I, myself, am a huge fan, by the way, of older ways to do things. Is that the correct... might not be phrasing that correctly. For example, here at my house, I don't have a microwave. I prefer cooking everything on the stovetop or my oven. My family has tried to give me a microwave on numerous times, and I just reject it. I don't really want it. I like the way things taste in the oven, and I'm fine cooking it with it taking longer to cook. There's nothing that I would actually use the oven for anyway. The microwave for. Sure, I could make hot water quicker, but I prefer doing it on the oven and stove. It's just something about the ritual is really calming to me, and I very much like it. I don't have a dishwasher. I wash the dishes by hand in the sink. I do have a laundry. I'm not that old-fashioned, but I've hand-washed clothes in the past and hung them out to dry. It was many years ago, but I've done it. What else is there, Tim? I don't know. On one hand, I like technology and a lot of the convenience it gives me, but I also think it's adding a lot of complication to our lives where there doesn't need to be any. I have been thinking of, and probably will be, for example, ditching a smartphone and going back to a single flip phone without any data plan. I'm tired of getting news flashed to me. I don't care about all the technology. I don't ever use it to surf the internet. I don't care about that sort of stuff, and I just want a normal phone again. I haven't watched TV in years, either, for that matter. And I'm going on a really big tangent. Let's not talk about that stuff anymore. All right, sorry about that, everyone. Let's eat our delicious breakfast of, it looks like, a piece of meat, a strip of meat of some sort, and some bread. The way he makes that sound makes me think of how delicious that must be. There's a farmer's market, not too far from me, maybe like 30 minutes, and they bake their own bread there, and it tastes amazing, freshly baked bread. I've been tempted to do so here for a while now, but I've been lazy and haven't done so. Maybe that's what I should do when I go food shopping, is pick up a bunch of stuff and begin doing more of my own cooking. Alright, so we've eaten breakfast. We've had something to drink. There's another star. I'm not going to flip them into the pentagram symbols unless we figure out, unless something hints that we should do so. I don't see why I would do that in this, in Serpentini's house otherwise. Let's make sure there's nothing else on any of the walls. I don't think there is. Nothing there in that crack. Nothing else on the table. The third day. All right. Well, we're not going to go that way. We're going to explore some of the stuff we left behind. I'd like to check on the mule and see if it's still usable as well. And double check to see if there's any other strawmen around. And maybe there won't be any other new plot-related... Hello? Sure enough, he was painting the falling rocks, just as I suspected. It looks like he wants that to happen here as well. Oh! Look who it is down there. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I thought I saw Lurian there. She's not actually there. That is most likely a hint as well, then, that Serpentini's drawings powers comes from the Dark Man, just like our hand, if we were able to activate it that way. I wonder if I take the rag from upstairs and the detergent, can we smear it on that painting and destroy it? I don't like seeing it there. I don't want the painter to show up and then harm us as we're out exploring that area.
Quella lompa fredda de turpentine.
This rag reeks of turpentine.
Probabilmente sfurgiava ben la parte della ponte con quella lompa.
It was probably used to wipe away the bridge in the painting.
Io trovo il buella.
I don't need it right now.
Quella lompa fredda de turpentine. Io trovo il buella.
I actually really want this. I want this for the painting out there. Okay, but I guess I'm not allowed to take it. So be it. I will hope that we're not attacked when I go back out there then. Okay, so Bruno, you left a large message. Thank you very much. A comment in one of my other videos. Thank you very much. That was, I love reading about the tools and items from this area of the world, since I'm not from there, obviously. So first off, Bruno mentioned that in episode 2, the videos look a lot better. The video looked quite crisper. And so, yes, it had nothing to do with the bit rate, Bruno, and other viewers who are listening to me talk. It has everything to do with the quality that I was using to finalize the videos after I had previously recorded them with Fraps. Can I shut this, by the way? I can shut it from this side. Can I not shut it from this side? Oh, I can. Okay. So, I discovered earlier this year, when I had been doing things with Hard Reset, that I had some control over the quality versus the size of the videos that get produced when I am doing my editing in Virtual Dub. I've never touched it before this year, and what generally will occur, it's an option I have, and the videos basically go from being say, around, well, hold on. It all depends upon the game that I'm recording. A game like what's the name of the game, Tim? Mundaun. Whenever I'm in the car, I have the urge to call this game Movian for some reason. It's Movio is the name of the car, and Mundaun is the name of the game. Actually, let's go down the mountain with this really quick. I want to see what we passed by. We passed by some of these little holes on the side of the road. That one's blocked. That one's blocked. I can't go very fast on the mountain, apparently, for some reason. Oh, this one's not blocked. So, Mundaun, when it's all done, will be about like 200 or 300 gigabytes in size. And with my original settings, the game would be compressed down. Hello, bullets! Rifle rounds! The game would be compressed down to, say, about, maybe about 4 gigabytes in size when it was all done normally. And the process would take about 5 hours or so. That's about standard, because that's what was standard for me with my compression settings. When I've made the alterations, that same original 300 or so gigabyte file will take about 9 hours to compress down. And will be about 15 gigs or so in size. So I don't mind doing this, as I've already mentioned. It's just it will take longer, which means that I can't record other games at the same time, which is also fine. I don't mind that. but it also does mean that it will take longer to upload and take longer for Google to finish processing the video. And so as such, can I go faster? I can't go faster. And as such, we will probably have a day, maybe 2 days a week, where I am not actually uploading anything. Nothing makes it to my channel because it just takes a long time. So that you guys are aware, I try to upload videos to my channel, like, obviously once a day or so, maybe once every other day, preferably once a day. And even though they're uploaded, they're so privated. I am waiting for the resolution on the videos to finish rendering on a higher resolution than, like, 480p. I don't want someone clicking on it. That's interesting. Oh! That's how that works. We stare at one of these paintings, and it summons the truck to us. So the one in our grandfather's house has no Muval on it. But if we stare at it, we will now summon it to us there. Okay.
S'inviate als apicultors per recalciar in tequets de l'urmel legendar.
On my way to the beekeepers to procure some of their famous honey.
Perciai va la suletta via alla bonna tras la casa de que pictur.
Why does the only path to the bridge lead through that painter's house? Yeah, actually, why indeed does it lead through that painter's house? That seems really awkward. More matches. What are we up to now? 12? 9 matches. And nothing else there. It's 1 match, by the way, to light that oven every time I light it, so I'll have to keep that in mind. I might have to choose between coffee and lighting haystacks on fire at some point. And hello, look what was hidden back here behind this rock. We'll get back to your comment, Bruno, after we take a look at this really quick. What is this? Locked from the other side. Yep, I agree. Yep, locked from the other side. Okay. So we come back up here after adventuring down there for some reason. Those are some interesting stones, and that is a very lonely cabin. Can we look at the map of this area? We don't have that on our map. Looks like we're missing a space here. Either we've done that on purpose so as not to have the ink bleed through the other side, or there's a whole nother area that we have yet to map out in addition to this area. This game is a lot larger than I thought it was, by the way. I thought it was going to be contained in that area where our grandfather's house was and the barn. I didn't realize we'd be going up the entire mountain. I like it. So, Bruno and I believe Tillman Enke have mentioned that the language used in this game is, I think it's Romanashk, I think is how you say it. Romanashk. I think that might be it. It's a Romance language used in Switzerland, and some of the it's a tiny language, in so much that not many people speak it. When I was quickly looking it up on YouTube, the only video I noticed about it was someone mentioned that it seems to be the closest to like natural Latin, a language that is still used today, and it sounds very pleasant to listen to it. I very much like it. Apparently this game takes place in I'm sorry, Bruno, I'm gonna murder this name. Grobundan Canton? One of the only places which this language is spoken. And if Bruno pays attention to what's being said, he can actually make out a few of the words that are being uttered. Like, he can understand them without needing to look at the translation. That's so awesome. It's a nice reminder, by the way, that a lot of you guys who are watching this Let's Play aren't American. I always make the assumption that everyone is exactly like me. They have all the same problems I have. They have all the same outlook on life that I possess. And that they're generally the same as me in every way imaginable. 1 second. I just must be moved up a little bit more. Okay, there we go. And what have we got here, by the way? Oh! It sucks up the hay. Where does it deposit it? Into this. It's a strange symbol on the shield there. I wonder if that's a hint as to where the hay eventually goes. A tower. Bruno mentioned about the coffee that he considered it heresy not to use a I think you pronounce it mocha pot, but depicted in this game in particular, it's a very rustic way to create coffee, and it would be a rustic way, I guess, of creating Turkish coffee, is what he said. He doesn't use filters. I use a coffee maker, and I'm trying to not use the coffee maker very much. I should not be having coffee at all, if I'm being honest, because it triggers my anxiety, and I could get a panic attack. It actually happened today for drinking coffee. I gotta stop having it, but I love the taste. I love the taste. I actually should just get decaffeinated. But I like the taste of some of the caffeinated ones I've had so far. I need to find an equivalent decaffeinated coffee, and I think that would probably work out for me. But I liked piecing it together, how to actually go ahead and make the coffee. I liked it. That was kind of fun. I like how many steps are involved in it. I like that sort of thing. I don't know why. I like that. He also was laughing at my desire, like, we have to save this girl. And I run out of my house, but I still make sure to shut the doors in the process of going to save her. Yes, it's a fairly, it's so important that I shut all the doors I walk through. No one understands what goes through my head when I'm playing these games, because I don't understand it either. When I'm playing, for example, actually, where do I want to go? Let's go back through. So we've explored this little area. We didn't find a whole lot here. Let's double check the other house. I don't, where we found the bathtub. We were just there, I know, but we'll walk back. There's probably nothing there that we missed. Or nothing there that reappeared now that we're done with this area, but I'm going to double check it anyway. I'm getting the impression that we probably won't need to explore a house a second time after we've explored it one time, but I want to know that's the case after doing it a few times before I jump to that conclusion. So when I play like Underrail, like I'm doing stuff off screen, and I swear to you, I still walk everywhere. Not only that, but I also like I'll shut doors, as if Alphabet opens the door to a merchant, I'll walk up and I'll shut the door. Right afterwards. I do this all the time. I don't understand why I do it all the time, but I totally do it all the time. That was totally, by the way, that was actually a full bridge when we were last here. So we will have to interact with that painting, I suspect. Oh, right. Bruno also mentioned that Algria, I think that's the name of the goat, means happiness and joy, and that the pointy stick thingy by our grandfather's bed is a rustic tool used for spinning fibers and such. That's so cool. I've never done any sewing myself, so I can't say much about it. My mom was doing some sewing when we were young. I think she made some of our clothes, if I remember correctly, when we were really, really, really young. I'm not as handy as my parents are. They are amazing. I am nowhere near as good I am not a do-it-yourselfer. Or there's very little I do by myself when it comes to housework related things. Like that sounds bad. That's not quite the way to phrase it. I mow my own lawn. I take care of my own plants and trees that are around my house and so on. I'm not a gardener. I don't water my flower beds. I let nature decide what to do with them. But when it comes to like repair work, I hire that out. I'm too nervous that I will make a mistake and ruin everything if I try to do it myself. Most of the stuff on my car, these days especially, I bring to the shop. I let them do everything. But I have changed my own tires. I used to change my own oil in my car as well. I did some poking around. I think I changed my own gas filter once in my old Mitsubishi. I used to own a Mitsubishi Mirage, 1987 Mitsubishi Mirage. And it would break down all the time. And I would do some of the maintenance on it myself, but not very much. These days, I know nothing about cars. I'm effectively a newborn child in regards to what I know about them. What else is here? Robert Barron mentions that the drunk guy in bed with his prized goat. Nothing to see here. Nope, nothing out of the ordinary at all. He also really likes the aesthetic to this game. I think this is fantastic. I do like the idea that we are in a painting. Now that I think about it, that's interesting to think of that way. Maybe we are a painting, and these are paintings in a painting. Interesting. He also has mentioned that that the little girl, Lurian, is that her name again? Florina. That Florina on the main menu is very frightening as she stares into your soul. Much more so than the scary dark man with whose face is changing. I kind of agree. Like, when I look at the main menu, I'm generally staring at her because she's staring right at us as I'm hitting continue game. Alright, let's see if we can interact with this. So, we can take this. We'll need paintbrushes. I should put some fresh color on here. So, can we dab this in our paint? We can. Yes, select the paint. The paint. Okay, hold on. The paint. There we go. Select the paint. There we go. We put the paint on the thing. We take in the thing. I used to know what this is called. I can't remember. I actually have one of these from my time as an architect up in the attic. I took a little painting course. I was miserable at it. I'm an absolute awful artist. There's another stone tablet. We want that. Okay. There's more paint here. We don't need it. Okay, that's good. Let's finish the bridge. Oh, wow. Look at that. Sure enough. That's pretty awesome. I think it's finished. How dare you! What are you doing here? Giovanni is this gentleman's name. That's not Serpentini. I didn't hear you come in. How dare you smear on my canvas? I'm not one of these dabblers down in the cities who puts their crude marks on anything. What's your name? What do you mean, my name?
Giovanni Serpentini.
You must be joking. Everybody knows my name. Giovanni Serpentini. I didn't realize the G in his name stood for Giovanni. Okay. That sounds like a last name to me, not a first name. That's why.
C'è il celè da vos iliesh senza falla.
What's in the cellar, behind the door with no handle?
Qui non va tirse te in guatta.
Ha! Nothing that concerns you.
Ma oggi faccio un'eccezione.
But I will humor you one time.
Und il schler, scuccia tu al namnest, ho le un'exposizione speciale.
A special exhibition of my newest masterpiece takes place in the cellar, as you call it.
Access privat. Be sun invit.
A private viewing. Invitation only.
Ja, viu che te me lidiavas il grep durant la garniala nera.
I saw you painting on the cliff in the black hail. Oh, it was hail! Okay. I thought it was actually rocks that was falling from the sky.
E non se proprio na, perché ce l'ho regalò quist dun ad un tamazzi scotu.
I really don't know why he would give the gift to a chump like you.
Un sbal c'è stil corregger.
A mistake for me to fix.
Sti me lidiau in ga in clavau berjau.
Did you ever paint a burning barn?
E de pitur obgeres joses.
I have made many paintings.
Si no pas speter c'è malgorda da tot.
You can't possibly expect me to recall all of them.
C'è il publicum del celè?
Who is the cellar audience?
L'elite globela. Intellectuels, neders, magnats, chirurgs.
The global elite. Intellectuals, leaders, tycoons, surgeons.
Qua sti me lidiau la matetta?
Why did you paint the little girl?
No, ella passa mince taint con sis cevres.
She sometimes passes by here with her goats.
Un'arma libra. Odzko da mem lo.
She is a free spirit, here today, gone tomorrow.
Da fatta con mie sdons is a greve della clapir.
Even with my gifts, I find it hard to capture her.
In un portretto s'inclina.
In a painting, that is. We can show him something. Let's show him the book we found.
Qui ho scritto mia bab zieva la guerra.
My father wrote it after the war.
La creatività e l'inspirazione vens nus serpentinis in famiglia.
Creativity and inspiration run in the Serpentini family.
Questa tratta però di un'opera mai importante. Fiction, mythos.
It's a minor work, though. Fiction, myth. It sounded like he said the word important. Like, as if he was saying, it's not important.
Vive tu, Babel?
Is your father still alive?
Oh, ella sparia vaint begeres ans. Kurz zieva cel vai vel livrol kudes.
He vanished long ago, shortly after he finished the book.
Lura de aia, drizzo eint il studio sul problem della chiesa.
After that, I converted the upper floor of his house into my studio.
A tia mamma?
What about your mother?
Ella lo abbandonò già da lunch. Lo era fatta per la vita in montagna.
She left him long ago, not cut out for the mountain life.
So il diavolo c'è la viva anche in una citteggio la bassa.
The devil knows if she still breathes city air down in the lowlands.
Senza vasè?
Like, goodbye? Ha! Nothing stops him from just erasing the bridge as I cross over it. Can I?
Quella lompa fredda det probabilmente io trovo il buello.
We can't take that. I'll be curious if we walk towards that bridge if it vanishes on us. Alright, so I think we've done most of the exploring we can do. And it looks like we're supposed to go this way to access the bridge to the hives. And the Dark Man is no longer standing there. Let's continue up the mountain. That's right, let's cross the bridge at the very least. And if the next autosave we get, I think we can call it quits there. I'm getting the impression this bridge vanishes as we cross over it, and we probably fall in the river, and then we're going to end up on the down there and crawl back up this path. That's my guess as to what happens. That would be really lucky if we survived that fall. But let's go ahead and do it. Part of me wants... You have no idea how badly I want to explore every inch of this, but we're going to stick with going straight across this bridge at this point. Come on, Tim.
Diaus e ludaus. Leu e Florina, di babà in cunella.
Thank God. There's Florina, and she's fine. That tower symbol again. Well, he's still staring at us as we're crossing the bridge. He didn't erase it a second time. And we just got an autosave, everyone. So why don't we stop here? So thank you guys for watching. This was a lot of fun. And I will see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.